boss, his name is Cody Fleming. That's the homeboy. Go home, boy, before you get evicted. We about to get it on. Your boy Josh Harper, the beverage in a row. The real deal, him, that he builds is a piece with the mouthpiece. Talk dumb and up on the floor. Tell me when to go. Every week we do this. Hit him with a little bit of sweet chin music. And I only beef over cake like Brutus. The barber and Ann Arbor, MIW, go hard like. Where do we come from? What do we do? Dissect matches and break down moves. You're tuned in to an interlude. When I look into the middle of your mind, that's an interview. Independent, you better get with the movement. We only winning, we never been in the losing. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube and see us on the news. So that we able to do that.
Well, here we are finally back for the episode of Michigan Independent Weekly. Ran into some minor technical difficulties, but we got it all worked out. And like we always say, we are on XI time, and the show starts when I say so, because I'm the boss here. Anyways, I'm Cody Fleming, and you know these guys, Mr. Josh Harper and Danny Beals. Josh, do you want to tell them about our sponsors and possibly yours as well?
Our sponsors collectively would be BCWA. If you're looking for BCWA on Facebook, that's Go BCWA. If you're looking for their website, it's gobcwa.com. Doesn't get much more simple than that. But also, I would like to thank my sponsor, who's in the chat, Mr. Jeremiah Goldman of 24 Karat Productions. Thanks for making this show golden by sponsoring the best.
Wow. All right. Hey, we'd also like to, man alive. Do I have to do this?
Yeah.
Say it.
Happy Harper ice cream. You know what? I really don't mind it, to tell you the truth. He doesn't make me happy when he brings me ice cream. Listen, if you want to get happy too, head on over to Facebook. Check him out at Happy Harper Ice Cream.
Or there's a description. Or
go down to the description. Take the easy way. Go ahead, ham and eggers.
Oh, man, that pregame.
The American way. Take the easy way.
The pregame over here has got me all mental. But tonight, we're going to give you the last two of our fantasy booking matches, or our main events, co-main events, if you will. So hold tight, and we'll be right back after this right here.
It's time to talk about Michigan Independent Wrestling. Tune into the channel, check your internet connection. Cody, Danny, Josh, they're the best at breaking down the matches into each and every segment. Michigan Independent Wrestling. Tune into the channel, check your internet connection. Cody, Danny, Josh, they're the best at breaking down the matches into each and every segment.
Happiest Hopper, a cinnamon dream. I bring you an ice that'll sure make you scream. Demon of fire and cold from above.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast Fireball.
I mean, I know it's role playing, but can we do a little more play and a little less role?
All right.
Okay.
So let's see. That's 12, 13, 18. That's 24 points of damage to make you a Happy Harper.
And we're back.
Now, as Cody said, we are going to be going over the last two of our fantasy booking fantasy booking matches. If you haven't been seeing them lately, I mean, we're just gonna have to go over them at some point. But for the semi-main event for Happy Harper presents 3 from Hell, we have tag team action. That's right. It's not 3 from Hell. It's 6 from Hell. As the Dark Kingdom will face Roach and No Souls Matter.
3 tags against each other. That's pretty good.
Like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah. You know, I hate giving you credit. I got to on that one.
No Souls.
I just want to see Roach in Michigan again.
Yeah, you know that's right. I've been missing those dudes.
No Souls Matter.
All right. Now for mine. Arthur MacArthur versus Shortsy.
Oh, man.
The strongest man in the whole world against the greatest submission wrestler
Oh, Lord.
But is he strong enough to break out of the submissions?
That's what I want to see.
Lord Almighty. In my first co-main event, we have one MM3 from the Monroe dynasty of the Monroe family, well known in the state of Michigan, versus one weaponized Alex Weir.
Nice.
Always a good match.
Always.
It's a banger every time.
It's a banger!
So now we're here. We're at the main events. Let's
Main
Started
event.
from the bottom, now we're here.
So for the low price
Of-
of $3, you can go to Happy Harper Presents 3 from Hell. And that
In
is
coordination with Rasslin Rage and
with
MIW.
Rasslin Rage and MIW. So that was TJ Meyer versus Justin Dream versus Electric Ely as an opening match. Then you have Alex Weir versus El Ridiculoso
Oh,
versus
fuck,
Blake
he's-
82.
He's reviewing them all. Listen to this
Oh, yeah.
motherfucker.
Then Hannah Henderson versus Arabella versus Lila Harris. Then you have Shogun versus Mark Ross versus Karam. James Alexander versus Amazing Nate versus Rob Clooney in a collegiate wrestling match. Dre Jacobs versus Donovan Donhausen and Nolan Edwards in a clean face match. The Dark Kingdom versus the Radicals opposed to all champions and heroes versus No Souls Matter in a 6-man tornado tag match. And in the main event of 3 from Hell, we got a very special match for you because there's no pinfall. There's no submission. There's no disqualification. The only way to win this match is to get your opponent to say the words, "I quit." It is a death match, I quit match with DTA's lovable psychopath, Tommy Vendetta. The monster that is Schlack. And the king of hardcore, Jeff King.
Wow. Who
Bro.
dies?
Someone better call the Red Cross. We're going to need it.
That I believe.
That was good.
Can you imagine any of those three uttering the words, "I quit"?
No.
Yeah. Hey, Corey, what's up, bro?
No, I could not.
It's a banger, dude. He's gonna be like, I got him to say it, and it's on video. Who's doing the next match? Is it Danny
All
Boy?
right.
The
For
real
my
deal
main
heel?
event.
All right, hook it up, homie.
All right. It's a 3 falls that count anywhere. All right. 3-round wheel of death. Chuck Stein versus the DBA. Each round, they spin the wheel. Then they get to use whatever weapon comes up on the wheel.
Do they each get to spin the wheel, or they spin
No,
the wheel and
somebody
that's a
spins
weapon?
The wheel. Yep, the wheel spins, and whatever comes up is the weapon you can use. So each match, you get to add 1 weapon that you can use during the match.
But there's only 1 weapon, or is it 1 weapon per person?
Per person.
Okay, now you're talking my language.
Yeah, per person.
Are samurai swords included?
Oh man, sure, why not?
Not blunt edged ones, like actual, like
No, real katana.
That's what I'm saying, dude. I want somebody to get sliced and diced. I want to
Man, I
watch
thought my match was going to be bloody.
that. Well, you talk about that, and you had, you had DBA in that one, right?
Mhm.
All right. Well, so my main event is a little bit. So you guys go for the death match, the blood and the guts. I don't like blood and guts, bro. I'm not a big blood and gut kind of guy. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
for $3, you're coming to my show and you know it.
Oh, for $3, yeah. And I'm not gonna. I'll watch the match, but For $3, dude. Yeah, I'll go to your show, homeboy. But for real, listen. So I have, it's kind of like it's a stipulation match, and I'm again when you hear me tell you this match, it's not that I don't like these guys. I'm thinking from a money standpoint. I'm thinking about, hey, listen, what's a match a motherfucker is gonna sit through, because we've booked 8 matches for our card. So by this time they've set through 6 matches, and they went through a co-main event, right? And you know it's gonna be a banger, dude, right? DBA, as DBA, takes on his brother, his fun-loving criminal, Jamie Cox. Hold on, I'm not done yet.
I'm with you.
The loser has to leave town.
Oh, wow.
Now, again, it's not...
You scared Josh. You scared
No,
Josh.
fair. Oh man.
It's not that I don't like the guys. I love them all. It's just you put DBA versus Jamie Cox, somebody that there's a great relationship there. There's tag team there. There's titles there, or were titles there.
Guys who know what the other one's thinking.
Yeah.
There's love. There's trust.
Yeah. And then you put them in a match against each other, and one has to leave. Now, obviously,
but our matches are cruel and unusual punishment.
but I didn't say that. And don't be putting fucking words in my mouth. And then, there would be a build to that match. Obviously, you're not just going to throw that match in there for fuck's sakes. You know what I'm saying? Just because, hey, let's book a card. But obviously, you're going to have to build to it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's not going to happen overnight. We're talking that's a good 6 months of booking right there, or more. That's a good story, is what that is. A great story. Everybody loves brothers fighting.
Right. You will never get dumber actions than when 2 people trust each other enough to do those dumb actions like brothers.
Right. I mean, if watching MM3 and DBA go at it for a few times, I only can imagine how watching Jamie Cox and DBA go at it would be. You know what I mean? I really think that'd be a great match. I really do.
Hey, you know what? Like you said, man, brothers fight like nobody else.
Right.
I DDT'd my brother's head through a wall. And you know what we did when my dad asked what happened?
What?
Nobody snitched, because back then kids didn't snitch each other out, especially brothers and sisters. Mom's the word. Nothing happened. We don't know.
Oh no.
Right on, man.
Now, Danny just sent me a message on Facebook, so you guys can't see it, but I'll read it to you. It says, DBA versus Jamie Cox would be a little bit like Undertaker versus Sting. What do you mean by that, Danny?
When did I send a message like that?
I don't know. It popped up on my screen.
Fake news.
Fake news again.
Fake news. Fake news.
Those are the last of our fantasy matches, at least for right now, because I mean this is kind of fun to come up with. Hey,
oh man,
if you've got a fantasy match, put it in the comments. Share it on the group. Let's see what you guys think would make an amazing show. And I mean, if you put that kind of energy out into the world, maybe it happens. I'd love to see an I Quit death match or a Queen Face match. I'm
telling you right now, I don't care how fucking big Shogun gets. I am still gonna to every power I have, I'm gonna use it to have that match between Shogun and Frogun booked. I'm telling you.
I still want to see Shogun versus Frogun versus Logan.
There you go. 3 from hell, man. Get on point.
No.
Shogun, Logun, Frogun.
Yeah.
No, I like Logan. However, I don't want to see that match. I want to see him go against the heavyweight champ. Just saying.
It works. At the very
Sure.
least, Shogun Frogun special ref Logun. How about
Yeah,
that?
okay, we can do that.
All right.
I want the Dread King to be the first one to ever hold the Alliance title and the BCWA title at the same time.
Ah,
I have
I
aspirations.
still haven't seen him beat Colton Gun Winchester.
Yeah, we already talked about this. It was already ruled that the ref was not sanctioned. So
did
there,
we get that from Mike Blackwell himself?
I heard through the grapevine that the ref was not sanctioned, and Blackwell himself said that he had to look into this. But I was told through the grapevine that the ref was not sanctioned, excuse me, and therefore that the loss and belt exchange technically did not happen.
So kind of like a Metro Pro thing.
No,
So we're saying Dread King's on par with Justin Page.
Gold
I'm not
main.
saying nothing like that.
That's what you just sent in Messenger, man.
I'm
It is
saying
not
that.
happening. That show you said on the 13th
Yeah.
is not
Yeah,
happening.
There was supposed to be a show on the 13th, and because of,
COVID restrictions.
that show has currently been postponed. They'll be making an announcement about it shortly.
Stupid. Anyways.
Rick Cartier versus Karam.
And you never know if you're going to get that match again now.
Right?
You know,
Right, that's it. That's exactly it.
that's what sucks about what's going on right now. There's a lot
They've
of
gone
potential.
too far.
A lot of potential about.
Hosted by one of the best hosts in the state of Michigan.
Well, I was going to say that we have the potential for some great matches right now, and because of guys getting signed and or potentially getting signed, we may or may not see those matches again because those people could be off doing other things. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
Which sucks.
Yo.
I need my rematch between Shogun and Logun. Supposed to happen at TKW and didn't.
Well, I mean, they postponed. They didn't cancel.
Well, I know, but like you said,
I mean, I didn't get my
who
money
knows
back,
what
but-
could happen at any time. So
Okay, so now, as we said on Rasslin Rage,
Rasslin. You're a co-host and you can't even say the fucking name right.
all the nominations are closed. But that means it's time to vote.
Well, not yet, technically. It's a hurry up wait game.
look at Pennsylvania trying to get early votes again.
Supreme Court threw that out. Anyways, I would like to say that we will have the poll. We need to. I won't be able. Well, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. Depends on what you guys got going on. I know Josh has got some shit going on, and I know you got shit going on. But if you got some time later on, we can sit down and get this done. Get the polls put together and what have you. If I don't choose to work overtime, so.
Right.
Cody's inexperienced at working.
Gotta make that paper.
What'd you say, Josh?
I said you're inexperienced at working the poll.
Oh, I'm very inexperienced.
It's possibly the nicest thing I've ever said to you on this show.
Yeah. You're still an asshole. But anyways, we're gonna set that up, and I'm not sure exactly how. I know that we're gonna set one up and have it one every day. I'm gonna set them all up, but only share one at a time. You know what I'm saying? One every day. It's that way it's easier to track, and it gives us a little bit more time to get these awards done. Let's see here. Oh yeah, Josh.
Now, make sure you're paying attention to the group and the page. Okay? For multiple reasons. You want to make sure you're going to be able to vote with stuff going up and down in the air. MIW is only once a week. If you're on the page, you can stay with the most up-to-date information for everything that's going on. Make sure you're hitting subscribe while you're on YouTube. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up. In fact, you know what? Make sure you're hitting that bell too.
Listen, see, you guys not been subscribing, not hitting the thumbs up. It's finally starting to get to Josh. I was mad at you from the beginning. You're making him mad.
He's even losing his hair.
He ringing the bell, almost knocked himself out.
Stressing him out. That's what's happening, dude.
Yep.
You got gray in the beard yet?
No,
Josh?
I ain't got no gray in his beard.
I mean,
If you keep it moist, it doesn't go gray. So, go on the group page, share your. Yeah, there we go. He got it.
I got it a long time ago. I'm just like, I don't know what to do with you.
Share pictures of you and your favorite wrestlers.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know where that one was going.
Or anything
Talking
else Michigan Indie related.
Talking about moist and then talking about sharing pictures. Like, what the fuck, man? What is wrong with you? Sometimes at band camp.
All right.
All right, he said it.
I almost made it the whole show, and then, man.
Almost.
You said it earlier.
Also, when you subscribe and hit the bell, hey, you'll be notified when Cody goes live for interviews or anything else that are released by us that's new.
Well, typically I do interviews on Wednesday. I didn't do one last week. I was slacking. I was tired, been working a lot. But anyways, that's excuses. This week, I am going to do an interview with Robbie Keough, or Keto, and that will be on Friday because of the availability. So
Friday.
Instead of Wednesday. So Friday. It's Friday.
So you decided not to interview Josh? I know he had his heart set on it last week.
Our Josh?
Yeah.
What do you want me to interview you for, Josh? About?
I felt left out.
What are we going to talk about?
The new flavors of Happy Harper. I hear there's a watermelon.
Oh, yes, I did hear about that.
Mm-hmm. I have yet to try this watermelon.
I don't know where you're at now. You moved.
Yeah.
That was great. He was like, oh, I don't know where you're at. Oh, yes, I don't know you.
Excuse.
I did want to have a little general discussion here about the fact that a guy that we don't know personally, but we have seen him at XICW, Trey Miguel, recently left Impact Wrestling, or his contract was up, him and the Rascals, and we've seen that the Rascals are now at WWE. They were shown as one of the new classes. Two of the Rascals are at WWE and are at the Performance Center. But we did not see Trey Miguel.
No, rumor has it, and you know what? It's funny because I was gonna bring the same thing up. Rumor has it that he's holding out, and that he's entertaining an offer from AEW.
Which, we Impact Wrestling and AEW is doing a little bit of crossover stuff right now. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they've done it yet, but I heard that Kenny Omega was going to be on Impact Wrestling as the AEW champion. So good stuff there. And I'm not really going to dwell on the Fed shit because I'm not a Fed guy. But
I want to throw this out there real quick. The
Yes,
fact
sir.
that they're doing this crossover means it's not entirely impossible. Like this is a thing that could happen. Okay? Shogun versus Sting. I'm saying it's possible. The possibility, it's unlikely, but it's possible. Shogun versus Sting.
Very well could
Shogun
happen.
versus Jericho.
Shogun versus Cody Rhodes.
Well, I'm not going to be able to stand up for the next 20 minutes.
Shogun versus Kenny Omega.
Okay, no. Shogun and Jericho. I need that now. One of my favorite indie guys ever versus one of my favorite Fed guys ever.
Really?
And I would sit there and pull my beard out of my face just because I can't pull the hair off my head. I wouldn't know who to root for.
For once, you really wouldn't be able to pick?
Oh my God, I don't know.
I mean, 'cause
Shogun and Jericho?
You're the guy who, when me and Cody say, sometimes we can't pick, you're like, no, I have to pick.
Right.
We finally found one where you might not be able to pick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's that, and I also heard that Trey's possibly going to AEW, and it's not necessarily a holdout; it's that he is going to AEW. That's what I heard.
But yeah, he made they made him the offer. And that's it. I mean, like you said, that's not spending a whole lot of time on it.
Colton Ryder says nobody wants to see a 60-year-old Sting. You're wrong.
Wrong.
You're wrong.
Wrong.
A lot of people want to see a 60-year-old Sting.
I think you are probably the wrongest person in Michigan.
Right.
Congratulations.
Maybe even the world.
Ding, 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 ding. But no, for real though, I like Sting. I like Sting a lot. I've met him a couple times, and dude, he is, as big as he is, right? Throughout professional wrestling, he's still very, very humble.
Yes.
Very nice guy. I actually, the first time I met him, I was a little like, oh my God, starstruck. The second time I actually had a conversation with him. And it was a good conversation, and he was just really cool. We actually talked about when I met him at Motor City Comic Con the first time. And he was like, "Oh, you did get to see me." And it struck the conversation because he was saying a lot of people said they didn't get to see him there, and yada yada yada. But I mean, that's just probably people that didn't want to pay the money.
I didn't get to go when he was at Motor City Comic Con.
Why not?
Because stupid stuff.
Like what?
My wife wanted to go on Sunday.
Oh, and he wasn't there on
He
Sundays.
was there on Saturday.
Yeah. Sunday's a better day than Saturday, though, because Sunday is a little less packed.
Yeah, but there's less people like Sting.
True.
Sting and Goldberg I didn't get to see.
Goldberg was there?
Goldberg was at the last time they had a wrestling convention at Gibraltar Trade Center.
Oh, yeah, fuck that. I wasn't going to that stupid thing.
I tell you a funny one about that. Went down to Gibraltar. It was right around Thanksgiving, and Nash had been home for Thanksgiving. So he decided he's gonna do a good one for the fans, all right? Show up at Gibraltar. They didn't tell him they were charging people $20 a pop. And he was pissed at Gibraltar for charging. He's like, man, when I come home and I decide to do stuff like this, it's not to make money. It's to give back to the people from Michigan. It's to give back to my home state. Oh, he was so pissed. The only reason he didn't leave is because he felt bad that if he left, that all those people were waiting on him.
Yeah, I haven't met Nash, but I mean, regardless of that, good stuff.
That dude is huge.
I just, I think it's cool that we're starting, guys that we've seen, or met or what have you, is, they're getting their due and are now getting signed in bigger and better places. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So that's just, what's that?
Bigger.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I don't know about better.
What are you talking about? Let's have a conversation.
They're bigger places, but not better is what he means.
Yeah,
but okay,
bigger.
but specifically, who the fuck are you talking about? Let's put that shit. You want to shoot?
I prefer XICW and indie wrestling period to the Feds. I mean, it's bigger, yeah, but it's not better. You lose that fan interaction, and I mean,
agreed.
The people that we have seen that are going up are people that we love them because of who they are in the ring and because of who we've gotten to meet outside of the ring.
Well, right now there are no fans in the Feds.
No.
Yeah, currently there's no fans outside the ring, and after they're done with their match, they're not going out to sign autographs.
Well, duh. They don't want to catch COVID.
No matter how loud you are at very rarely, no matter how loud you are at a WWE event, you're not getting any kind of interaction.
And I would agree with that, almost definitely. I just didn't understand exactly what you mean.
Oh yeah,
When you- when you were-
I mean, we all got into wrestling because of WWE, but I mean,
Nope.
well, okay, I'm sorry. I forgot that you guys are 9 million years old. You got into wrestling because of NWA and WWF.
Nope.
No, not WWF. Not for me. It was WWF.
WCCW?
You shithead.
There
Well,
you go.
WCCW was around.
WCCW and AWA were the ones that actually got me into some Mid-South. Oh yeah.
It was WWF on Saturday mornings.
I'm only 33 though. You guys used to watch it while laying back on dinosaurs. So,
I tell
Yeah.
you, man, I still say I'm the guy who at 6:05 on Friday and Saturday night, didn't matter what was going on, I was home until after NWA or WCW wants to switch was
Yeah.
over, and then let the party begin. But until that show was over, no, it wasn't cool.
Yeah, Saturday mornings, WWF for me.
Yep,
And then that I went out of that and I still watched WWF like whatever for a bit, but then I stopped. And then probably middle school, I was watching WCCW and then it became WCW, right? And I didn't watch that for a while again. And when I started watching wrestling again, it was WCW, and I watched WCW right up until the very end. And then I watched WWF for a while, and then it became WWE. And then I watched that for a little bit, and then I got out of it again, and then I came back again for indie wrestling, basically.
Well, I mean, it's cool because, I really, be honest, it was indie wrestling that kind of got me into wrestling. My dad and my grandpa, when they used to hold shows here, used to bring me all the time. I tell you guys, my dad was friends with Dick the Bruiser and based at Calhoun. From the bar he worked at here in town, that's where he got to know him at. And so yeah, even as a kid, like 4 years old, my dad was taking me to indie shows here in Fort Huron.
Right. Yeah, I didn't go to any indie shows, and I never really went to any wrestling shows at all when I was a kid, dude. I didn't
House
go
shows used to be the bomb for WWE. I
Yeah.
wouldn't go to any TV stuff. I loved house shows.
Yeah, I didn't go to anything until fuck, man. It was when I got back into watching wrestling again there for a while. I was working at Black River Manufacturing. I can remember, and I would tape WCW and shit and watch it. And then it was WWF, and I'd watch it, whatever. And we went to, me and a couple of my buddies, me, my wife, now at the time she was my girlfriend, my sister, and Jack Carlisle went to SmackDown at the Joe. And then I went to a dark match, or I went to a house show at the Joe as well. Not a little bit after that, and then the only other time I've been to NXT, and I went to Raw one time. But other than that, that's all I've ever been to, like big wig wrestling.
Right.
there was a WCW show that came to McMorran, which, I mean, if you're not from Port Huron, McMorran's our local ice hockey place.
Yeah.
But there was a WCW show that came, I want to say it was in 99, maybe 98, but I know I was in late elementary school, just to make you guys feel old.
It was 90. It was 98.
It was 98.
Yeah,
98 was the year I would have graduated high school, bro.
I was in elementary school. I got ICP was there. Perry Saturn was there. Diamond Dallas Page was there.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
Hey, the Hollywood Blondes were there.
Yeah. Holy crap, they were?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
It was nine. It must have been 97 because the Blondes were there just before he left. Just before Stone Cold left.
No, you'd have to check. I want
Steve Austin and didn't know it.
Yeah, but you also that's Brian Pillman Jr. or Brian Pillman.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
You saw Junior's dad before he died.
What I remember about that show is I smacked Diamond Dallas Page in the back of the neck. Perry Saturn flipped out because someone put a laser point. One of my friends used a laser pointer, put it on him, and they stopped the whole show while they were looking for it.
Yeah, man. I don't
That
know.
was you guys?
That was my friend. I was not
think...
with him. I happened to realize he was also there. Yeah. He's the same one though, where later that night, because they were staying at the Thomas Edison Inn, he climbed up the side of the you know how they used to have the vines on the side of the Thomas Edison Inn? He climbed up, broke through one of the windows, and Diamond Dallas Page gave him beer.
No, they
elementary school. They gave an elementary school kid a beer.
Nice.
Oh, okay, never mind.
I'll say it wasn't me.
No, I'm looking. There's a couple different. There's a couple different tag teams that were known as the Hollywood Blondes, but I'm looking at.
It was Steve Austin.
Yeah, they disbanded in '93.
Okay, yeah, it was because ICP was handing out sample disc of the Amazing Jekyll Brothers.
Yeah, they weren't together long. They were together for only less than a year. January to October. So yeah, I don't think you've seen them then. Right? Because you said it was 98?
Yeah, it was either 98 or 97. So let's see, if the Amazing Jekyll Brothers came out in 1998. So yeah, it would have been probably 98 if they were doing debut stuff for that.
Yeah, because they, like I said, they disbanded in 93, looking it up. So no, you didn't get to see him.
Because I remember it was right before they got banned from McMorrin. So.
Oh, ICP? Well, and they said they wouldn't come back there anyway, so.
No.
They didn't like.
What show was it where Buff Bagwell called it Port Urine?
Oh, I don't know. All right. Well, I think it's time we roll. So everybody, we already said, remember our sponsors and all that stuff. Don't forget, down in the description, you can find links to all our social media, including Happy Harper Ice Cream, where you will be able to find all their lovely flavors that you can order. And when wrestling starts back up again, if you're at a wrestling show, he will, and he's going to it. He'll bring it with him in a nice little cooler. Keep it nice and cold for you. You can do that. We've talked about getting him a mini fridge type thing that he can set up at a show, so that he can just have have a stand where at halftime he sells ice cream to eat to everybody. Or
just do big jugs and scoop it out into cones.
So you can do that too. I mean, whatever, man. But check that out. Again, you're gonna want to make sure that you head over to the MIW and page, as well as the group links down in the description for that. That's where the polls will be for the first ever Rage /MIW Fan Choice Awards, where we're actually going to give awards, not just some pieces of shit that we print out on fucking the computer. No, we're actually getting plaques fucking made with our logo and everything on it for them. And we want these things to be, we want this to be a thing like every year. And we want to add the tag team and faction category next year, but we already did something in the first shutdown here in Michigan with factions and tag teams, so we figured we'd roll that in next year. All right, good stuff there. So anything to add, Mr. Beals, the man who just got a new place to live, as he's moving into looks like his spacious bedroom?
Yeah, I haven't got the office quite complete yet, so I had to make shift,
That's all good.
But
hey, I'm in my bedroom too. You just can't tell.
Man, I tell you what, it's funny how I'm not gonna take up a lot of time with this, but it's funny how something can happen to you that seems really, really crappy at the time, and when you just let it play out and you keep the faith and roll with it, that it happens because there was something even better for you waiting around the corner.
Absolutely, sir. I like that positive thinking you got there. I know somebody that keeps trying to tell you about that shit. I don't know what his name is, though.
I don't know. There's a guy.
Right.
He reminds me that I don't try and do anything.
Right. Oh, yeah. Josh, anything you want to add? I thought Dan was going to keep going. I'm sorry.
Remember, it's important to always try. If you try, you might succeed. But if you don't try, you never will. So it's very easy to do not, but you have to try to do.
Do or do not. How many times we got to go over this, Josh?
Holy Sith stealing absolutes!
I'm not a Sith. I'm not a Jedi. I'm Cody fucking Fleming.
That sounds like something a Sith would say.
Do or do not.
What color's your lightsaber?
I don't have a lightsaber.
So what we're saying is you won't show us the color of your lightsaber?
I don't have a lightsaber.
He whips out his lightsaber. I'm out of here.
Once again, would like to remind you that that's for the OnlyFans.
Ooh. No, we don't have one of those. Anyways.
Officially, we don't.
No, officially. Anyways. Good stuff tonight.
Our OnlyFans.
Good stuff tonight, you guys. I hope everybody has a great night, and we will see you Friday for the interview with Robbie, and then
I'll definitely be there for that one.
Right, and then on Sunday, live on Rasslin Rage YouTube channel. Catch Rasslin Rage live on Sunday at 7 p.m. on r2youtube.com. The letter R, the number 2, youtube.com. See ya!
This is Rasslin Rage. Do it now. This is Rasslin Rage. Scream it out loud. This is Rasslin Rage. Cody Fleming is the man who leads the brigade. Let's go down. This is Rasslin Rage. Do it now. This is Rasslin Rage.